Hi you guys, I am going to show you how to do DIY makeup with Savvy Minerals and make a deer face. So it's actually not as hard as it looks and it has a great impact. Like it looks really good. So first things first, I already did some stuff just to not waste your time. So I primed my face. This is Savvy Minerals by Young Living Hydrating Primer. That just allows it to give you like the smoothest canvas that you can do. And then I put on my normal foundation, Cool number 2, and it's just a powder foundation. So you're gonna want to do that first. Just make your face uniform as you can. And then I also did my eyebrows. So here we go. I did it in Multitasker Dark, which is just a dark brown because it matches my hair. You can see I have a very dark brown hair. So I use that on my eyebrows. Now, this is where we're going to get started. So I'm going to put a little bit into my creases of my eyelids because I want, let's see if I can do it in here. I want to be able to have my eyes pop out a little bit, and this will help because I have small eyes. It just gives them a little bit more dimension. And then I just did that dry, and I just smooth it out with my finger. You can smooth it out with a Q-tip or your brush, a different brush if you want. I have a blending brush that I like to use too. You can use that. Okay, so let's just say that's step 1. Pretty easy. Okay, the next step is putting your bronzer on because you want that really pretty little glow of brown. So what we're gonna do is take our bronzer, if I can find it. Here we go. So I'm doing Summer Loved, which, if you can see, it's just a darker shade. And I'm going to use, well, usually I use my bronzer brush when I'm doing bronzer, but because I'm doing a large chunk of my face, I'm actually going to use this contour brush, which I'll be using again later for the veil. So I'm spraying it. We talked about the misting method before. If you don't know what it is, let me know. But I just sprayed it with a mineral mist, so it's oil-based, so it'll stay on my face better. And I'm just gonna dab it straight in, tap off the excess, and it'll give me a really thick coloring, as you can see, on my forehead. I can see some of my matte veil came through here too, but that's okay because I didn't clean my brush before I started this. But as you can see, you just kind of go along your forehead and you can see it's starting to get dark. So go along your hairline. I'm going to give it another spray. Yeah, you can definitely see it. And do another dip. Tap off the excess. And then I'm going to go down into the side of my face. And all the while, I just kind of do circles because that helps blend it in. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll do some touch-ups of different areas. Ooh, now you can see that's really dark. This is where you use the blending. So it's not so stark. Yeah, much better. Okay, so just remember when you're doing this, it seems terrifying because you would never do your makeup this dark, ever. But, well, I hope you don't. Please don't. But if you are doing this for Halloween, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now we have bronzer down our face. I'm going to do a little bit more because I think more is better. So bear with me. Do a little dab in here. Make sure we get it. Usually you do this in your cap so you don't get as much bacteria in your actual thing, but I know I'm going to use all this. So, and this color is actually something that I use on a regular basis. Obviously, I don't use the misting spray because that's a really harsh look. But it gives you a nice summer, well, summer loved look. It looks like you have a little bit of sun. So, okay, now that we got that going. Okay, so now you can kind of see the lighting is kind of funky, but you just keep piling it on. And then you can see that I've got some bronzers on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blush. So I'm going to use Awestruck, which is, it's a darker pink blush, which I think will look really good with this coloring of the Summer Loved for our deer. So I'm just going to brush it on. I'm not even going to do it misted because I want it to be a little more subtle than the bronzer. You can see it kind of gives you a rosy cheek. And if you want to do it misted and you want it more of a high impact look, go for it. Okay, so in this lighting, it actually doesn't even look that dark. Well, maybe it does. Okay, so we did our bronzer, we did our blush, and we did it on our forehead, did it down the sides. I'm trying to think what else we need to do. We may have to come back to it, but I think we're good for now. So then comes a really fun part. I'm going to use this palette. It's called Sahara Desert Sahara Sunset. It's one of my favorite palettes. Whoopsies. As you can see, I already used some of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this color. It's called Drift. It's just like a brown. And I'm going to put it, if I can make room here. I'm going to take a Q-tip with this just because I'm going to want it to be more blurred, I guess. So I'm going to take the Q-tip and I'm going to do it dry first just to see what it'll look like. But as you can see, I got it on here. What I'm going to do is take it straight from, oh yeah, I like the way this color is coming on. I'm going to take it from my eyebrow down, which I know looks weird, but we're doing a deer, so don't expect me to be human-like. Okay, and this, what we're doing is pulling it down to make it appear like your nose is more slender because deers have really long, slender noses. So, whoops. I'm just going to kind of fill it in. And this process might take a while, but it's going to look good. So, just going to go straight in there. All right, we're getting there. Now I'm going to blur this or smudge it or whatever you want to call it soon. But I want to make sure that you can see the outline. It's going to go all the way down. Okay, all right, here we go. Obviously, this doesn't have to be precise, and once you do it once, you're probably going to be an expert, so you could do it every year. Okay, you see my nose is starting to narrow down, which is fun. I'm going to take this other brush that I have, and I'm just going to see. Okay, a brush might be better than a Q-tip because it seems to be going on a lot better. Okay, put it down. I'm even going to bring it up into my nose, part of my nostril, because again, we want that narrowed look. Kind of looks like I have a bulbous nose now. Don't worry, we're going to put black on here next, I think, and then it'll look better. Okay. Oopsies. Okay, so now you can see how I look more deer-like, which to me is hilarious. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Okay, so that was Drift from the Sahara Sunset palette. I'm trying to think. Okay, let's do a little bit. I'm gonna like blur it a little bit. Not too much because we still want it to be kind of a stark line. My nose is just cracking me up. I can't even look at you guys because it's so funny. Okay, now we're going to use Jet Setter. So one of the things that I'm going to do to make it easier is normally I would spray my brush, you know, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an empty little plastic jar that I have. You could do a bowl, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to spray in there twice. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Jet Setter. This is an eyeliner. It's just black, solid black. So this can be used for so many things. I'm going to dump it in there. Sorry. And then I'm going to mix it up. Oops. Because the liquid is in here. So, I don't know, you guys can't really see. But it just gives it a more liquidy form, which makes it easier to apply to large areas, because we're going to do the tip of the nose down this, I can't remember what it's called, and your lips, and actually our eyes too. So we're going to be all over the place. I need a little bit more in here, so I'm going to just keep tapping it in until I think that I have enough. Ooh. Okay, so a lot of this is on my brush now, so we'll have to I'll maybe do my nose first. I was thinking about doing my eyes. Okay, so we got this wet Jet Setter. You can see it's very wet, and all we're gonna do is paint the nose, which is awesome and fun. And what I love about this, besides that this is like so funny to me, I just can't even, you guys, is that it's all clean makeup. So, whoops. Okay. It's all clean makeup, so you don't have to worry about it going up your nose or in your mouth or getting a rash. This stuff does not give you a rash. It's amazing. Okay, so I think my nose looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to get that straight line, but I'll do the best I can. I'm even gonna do the side a little bit. Yeah, okay. Oh, when did this happen, you guys, up here? Okay. Okay, it's okay. I mean, I'm maybe gonna do this. So this is my eyeliner pencil or brush. I'm gonna just see if I can get a straighter line with that. Okay, well that looks better to me. Oh, you guys, this is hilarious. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brush just down here all the way. Okay, sort of straight, sort of not. That's okay. Whoops. Ooh, okay. So let's see if I can fix that. Well, now I just made it crooked. Okay, so as you can see, this is a little tricky. But, okay. I think we're good. More deer-like, right? We're not done. We're also gonna do the lips, which is fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the lips next. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna take some lip balm. So this is Vanilla Mint. It's part of the holiday catalog for Young Living. It's amazing. It moisturizes. And I just wanna make sure I have moisturized lips before I put this on. And away we go. Oh, it's funny. Hopefully I can fast forward this for you guys. So as you can see, this is also a good option if you're being like a vampire or a witch. You can use Jet Setter. Oh my gosh, look at me. I'm looking more deer-like. Okay. So we have our nose. We have this heart here. We have our lip. Yeah, okay. I'll probably touch up my lip again after this with some dry powder, but I figured we're doing this, might as well keep going. Last thing I'm gonna do is my eyes. Well, last thing with the Jet Setter. This is gonna be maybe a little hard for me to do here, so hopefully we can do it. We're gonna do thick. Normally I have my eyeliner brush, but because I already used this everywhere else, I'm just gonna use it. Whoop, okay, it's gonna be really thick. No problem, we're a deer. And we're gonna see if we can pull it out. Oh, I do need something more precise. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna see if I can take this off a little bit. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of water and just see if I can clean that up. So what I'm gonna do is try to make a line that comes in that just makes my eyes appear larger, but I think I need my eyeliner brush for that. So we'll just do the outline and then we'll do the line afterwards. Okay, here we go. See, we did the other side really thick, right? Yeah. All the way up, okay? So weird going all the way over. Okay. This is like so bizarre for me to see myself like this. Okay, let's do, I'm gonna do a little more Jet Setter. See if I can do it with this eyeliner brush. Sorry, you can't really see. But this has an angled tip and it's they're very tight and close together. So I'm gonna see if I can go from the top one down. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. Oh gosh, you guys. Okay, and It's such an unnatural thing. You just don't feel like you shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so now our eyes are coming a little bit together like a deer. So that's fun. We're done with Jet Setter for now. Okay. Now, one of the last things to do is to use your Sahara Sunset palette and use the Cloud 9 color, which is the white one, or you can use a matte veil, which I guess you can't really see here, which is just white. It's just white as well. I am going to use the palette just because it'll be a little bit easier for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush, and you can see it's kind of a round brush. And I'm going to wet it with the misting spray, and we'll see how this goes. If I don't like it, I'll switch over to a Q-tip maybe. And I'm just going to take the palette, go right on it. And I just want it on the tip of the brush. This might not be the color payoff that I want. Doesn't look like it's coming on as much as I wanted it to. Okay, so we'll just start with the dot and see if we can get, yeah. Oh, that actually turned out way better than it looked like on the brush. So you can see that allowed me to do a pretty good dot in the center. And you can definitely see it. So perfect. I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going to wet my brush again just because I feel like I have to. Okay, so I'll just circle around Cloud 9. And we'll do another dot. So you can see my deer is coming together. I love it. Okay. I'm going to try this without spraying again and see what it looks like. I'm going to do one more right here. Not bad. Okay. Now, I know that most deer are not symmetrical, but I'm going to just see if I can get it to kind of match. Yeah, I'm going to spray again just so we don't lose that color. Oh, this is so cute. Now, keep in mind that I'm telling you about all of this, which is why this is a longer video. If I wasn't telling you, it'd be like maybe a third shorter. So it wouldn't take too much time because this is our last step. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So then you just continue all around your face. I'm not going to keep doing that here. I'm going to pause it and then I'll show you the end result, okay? Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have done the rest of my dots and now I look like a deer. So one of the last things that you can do to add a little extra, fun is I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to go to this same Sahara Sunset palette. I'm going to do this Elite color. I'm just going to do a little bit in my eyes and my crease, which we had already put that multitasker at the beginning. This is just going to give it a little bit deeper look. Definitely. And that's it. So that's my deer. I think if If you wanted to do any other last minute things, you could. So I'm taking my blending brush and I'm just cleaning it off with a napkin or Kleenex or paper towel or washcloth, whatever you want to do. And I'm actually going to take that matte veil that we talked about because I feel like I just want a little bit more. What I'm going to do is get some out. So this is just another white color. And I'm going to do it dry because I don't want it, a little subtle. But I'm going to do a little dot here on my nose. And I'm going to do a little bit on the top of my nose too. So it's not dramatic. You could do it wet too. And I just want a little bit of a wider nose because I'm a deer. So there you go. That's it. And now I'm pretty sure I'm done. So hopefully you guys like this. I'd say wear a cream colored sweater or a burnt orange one, you know, and then you're a deer. If you can get some ears, that'd be perfect. I think you could probably go to Walmart or Target and get some reindeer ears now because it's practically Christmas. All right, I'm going to post a picture of this. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks for hanging out because I know this was longer than you probably wanted to spend, but isn't it fun to see the end result? It's very fun. So, okay, thanks guys.